What is it again? DJ
DJ NonStop.
Non-Stop.
And you'll be able to tell everything that's going on.
It'll turn red.
Uh, it'll actually you'll be able to see everything that's going like from all angles of the cameras.
Oh, okay.
So when you see our intro video coming in right now, we're like just letting Facebook and YouTube bang up for about 3 or 4 minutes, and to get the audience up. And then when you see our little commercial logo play, then we'll be ready to start rolling.
That's stop. That is so cool.
Yeah, I try to model everything after like a real actual TV
Man,
studio.
I'd say you did a great job. How long you been doing the media stuff?
Man, I've been doing radio and TV for about 5 years now.
Okay.
So we started out like, you know, what it is, what it do. It's your boy DJ NonStop, and this is up close and personal with none other than your host DJ NonStop. I know you've been asking, where have we been at? It's been a while since we've been on air. You know, I like to take my time. I like to do some revamps. I like to do some changes, everything like that. You know, make sure everything is popping. But you know, here we are. We back, official on the set. WTMH Live, up close and up personal. We here, baby. So it's about to go down. Today, I got a real live guest in the couch and the chair, Hakeem Valentine. What's happening, my man?
What's going on, man? Pleasure. I'm happy
Man,
to be here.
most definitely. I'm
I'm
glad
happy
to
to
have
be
you
here.
on the show today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, this dude is blazing up the tracks. He's blazing up the charts. He's making it, you know, real big and hot here on the scene in Columbus. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this interview. My man Hakeem, man, how's everything been going with you?
And I can't complain. You know, God is good. I'm just trying to do everything I can and continue to make a way. Continue to keep things as positive as I can. No
Most
negativity.
definitely, most
No
definitely.
negativity. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: for a lot of people that don't know exactly who you are or never heard anything about your music, go ahead and explain to the people out there that's listening and watching exactly a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do.
Okay. Well, like you said, my name is Hakeem Valentine. I'm an artist in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
I was born in East Chicago, Indiana. Most people, think of Gary,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
was really East Chicago, which is not far from Gary at all. I was born in a hospital in Munster. So I'm just a kid from a small town, completely honest. A
Okay.
dad with a job that moved us around a lot until I ended up in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Music came a lot later in my life.
Okay.
I love sports. I love sports.
You look like you're very athletic.
I love sports, man. Basketball is everything. That's
Ah.
everything. That was my first dream. That's what I wanted to do.
Right.
You know, you don't got to be like Jordan. I wanted to be like Kobe.
Okay.
So,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But after that, I hurt my knee. I was pretty good. I won't lie. I still play rec here and there. I'm not the greatest, but I'm pretty good. After I hurt my knee, though, and I had some family issues, and
Mm-hmm.
I had to find something else, another outlet, because everyone knows with sports that window's small.
True. Very small.
So, once that door closed, I opened another one. I've always been a gifted writer.
Mm-hmm.
My mother always told me, you're either gonna act or you're gonna write.
Right.
Sports was last on her list. She's like, you good, son, but you got it up here.
Exactly. Exactly.
So in the heat of it all, I decided to pick up a pen and get back to it. I was a competition writer as a kid.
Oh, okay.
My mom used to put me in competitions to story tell and
Hmm.
write. So my mother and my father. I'm sorry, Dad. So so I used a lot of training from that to pick up what I'm doing now.
Hmm.
At 18 years old, I picked up the pen and
Mm.
I never looked back. I'm 24 now.
That's what's up. That's
Man,
what's up.
it's been good to me since.
Now, I heard that you said that you're not a true native of Ohio and that you found your way here. Tell us about where you came from and then the transition to get to where you are here now in Ohio.
Okay. So of course, East Chicago, Indiana. My family themselves, they come from Gary. Like I said,
Okay.
my mother's grandmother, so my great grandmother lived two doors down from the
Hmm.
Jacksons, Michael Jackson's family.
Really?
So that was, it's a cool thing to think about, especially doing music.
Hmm.
She was a part of the little clique. She didn't know Michael directly. I'm not
Right, right,
exaggerating,
right,
but she was around that before he was famous, before it was super big.
right.
Um, being a kid out there was different. It was so intermixed with race and culture
Mm. True, true.
that I was exposed to so much. When I went to school there, I believe, if I remember right, I did preschool to first grade,
Hmm.
and then I had to leave because my dad changed jobs. He wanted to get us out of there. I
Okay.
moved down to Houston, Texas.
Houston.
Yeah,
Woo! He went down south on us.
man, and that's kind of where my personality grew. That's where the
Right,
writing competitions went on and whatnot. I lived there for a while. Me and my parents, obviously, and we came to Ohio,
right.
and then the rest of everything continued. So it's been a long journey. When I tell people that, they're shocked, but then they're
Right.
not because they sense kind of versatility, I guess.
Hmm.
But it's been a long road, and
Hmm.
I can say that I love traveling.
Right. There ain't nothing wrong with traveling. I mean, I love to travel. I just came back off of a whirlwind vacation. I
Word.
was in Mexico doing my thing. So, I think that a lot of people who don't get to travel, they miss a lot of living life. They get to see a lot of things that you don't normally see. You get to see a lot of different cultures. You get to
Yep.
see a lot of different things. So I think that if you have the opportunity to travel, it's something that you definitely should do.
Agreed. Agreed. Definitely.
Man, that's what's up. Now, coming from Gary, Indiana, and that area, and it seems like you always been surrounded by music, whether it was at a young age or from when you moved down to Texas, and you had that influence.
Mike Jones.
Yeah, Mike Jones. So kind of tell me is a little bit about what influenced you and what gravitated you into the musical scene.
um, I'm dramatic, and again, my mom used to tell me like, "You gonna act or you gonna write." So I got tired of hearing that, to be
Hmm.
completely honest. So I just chose like, okay, let me record a song.
Right.
I happen to know someone, a best friend of mine. I'm in the same group as him, actually, still to this day.
Hmm.
His name is Charles Yimbo.
Okay.
Shout out Charles. Shout out Reign Supreme.
What's up?
Um, he just took me in one day. I was like, "Hey, I'm trying to lay something down." He was like, "All right, I won't charge you. Just pull up."
Right.
I laid it down. I liked what I heard, and we kept going. But as to more detail, I've always loved music. It's always had an influence. Like you said, I've always been around it. But I honestly didn't notice how much I loved it
Hmm.
until I got older,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Oh,
When
most
I
definitely.
started going through some things, and
Hmm.
then songs started relating. And then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can do this.
Hmm.
Maybe I can write out someone's life story, even my own,
Right.
and hopefully touch someone. Because again, there's a lot of people claim the same thing, claim
Hmm.
that fake wokeness,
Yes.
fake wokeness. So
That should be a new terminology, fake wokeness, because there's a lot of people out there that's talking about being woke, but they just talking about it for the publicity of it, and they up there walking around with their eyes closed. So
exactly,
just saying that, not saying that it's
no
all y'all,
disrespect,
just saying
no
it
disrespect.
happens. So anyway, go ahead.
No, but yeah, it's to define what I mean by that. A lot of people say, the typical, oh, I do this because I love it. I do this
Right.
because my mother. I do this, even though those are things I claim. The the deepest reason, I love to entertain. I like to make people laugh as
Hmm.
well. So music kind of came from that love to make someone laugh. I love to
Okay.
see someone smile. One day I do want to do like sitcom work,
Ah,
script
right,
work,
right, right.
but that's really how I got into it, just always being a more dramatic kid
Hmm.
that was more into like, look at me,
Right.
kind of. That's how my personality was, like, not nothing over eccentric, but
Hmm.
I knew that if I could get a job doing that, I would always be happy.
Exactly. Man, that's what's up. A lot of people don't really know what their passions is. They don't know where their future lies. So they're kind of just walking around in the days trying to just figure out, what it is that they want to do with themselves. It sounds like you always had that direction and that path to take you to where it is that you want to be at, which is in the music industry.
I can only thank my parents for just keeping me guided when I waver. I can only
Right.
thank God for keeping me guided when I waver.
I know that's right.
Not everybody listens, because that's the thing. They all speak. God speaks to all of us. He don't
Right.
forsake nobody. You know, and I know there's different situations with parents,
True.
but if you have good parents, listen to them.
Right.
Because you never know.
That's true.
They might be right.
It's on the hard offset parents that they may be right. You never know. So it's interesting that you brought up the faith aspect, because I know a lot of people don't want to talk about faith,
Right.
whether they believe in it or not. They feel like sometimes, the talk about faith kind of may, tarnish their image, or, give them a different outlook or a different crowd.
Right.
So I'm going to ask you, since it was kind of brought up in the conversation,
Yeah.
about your faith and how that plays a role in what you're doing today.
Okay. I'm very spiritual.
Hmm.
So that means that, and I know that's also a typical fake wokeness term.
Right.
But I am very spiritual, but I have meaning to that spirituality.
Hmm.
Um, I know there's a God.
Right.
I know that. I know there's an energy in the world that connects everything into one. That's why they call it an ecosystem.
Hmm.
Everything has one heartbeat. I know that. But there are some things that have been stretched, torn, and really crossed as far as what common belief is. So as I grew and as I learned and as I did research and I learned more about Africa, um, I went ahead and I figured out what I believe in.
Right.
And it isn't, I can't say it's a religion that exists, because I'd be a liar if I said I'm a Christian like everyone else does to fit in.
Exactly.
I'd be lying.
Right.
Why would I want to lie on that?
Right.
God would be more disappointed in me for lying on being a Christian than accepting what I am
Hmm.
or what I believe in,
Exactly.
because He knows I believe in Him.
Right. Man, that's what's
That's
up.
my take.
That's what's up. Now, you know what? That's a good note to hold off on. I like ending on that note, because it's something for the audience, and it's something for us to ponder on and bring back in the next conversation. So check it out. We're going to take our first commercial break, and when we come back, I got my man Hakeem Valentine in the chair, and we're going to get back and we're going to make it pop. This is Up Close and Personal with none other than DJ NonStop on WTMH Live. Let's go. Let's go on the channel. Right.
listening to the same old radio station? Has mainstream radio let you down? Looking for more variety in your listening experience? Then look no further. Your search stops here. You've just tuned in to the hottest station on the web, WTMHradio.com. No other station can give you what you want, how you want it, with state-of-the-art studios and green screen rooms. WTMH Radio is the clear-cut choice. So don't wait another second. Tune in now and listen. Your number one choice. WTMHradio.com and WTMHgospelradio.com.
Well, we are back. We had to go back into the booth, make sure that we was getting everything. We had an audio analysis going on. But, you know, that's what happens when you're doing stuff live on TV. Make sure that your mic's on. Cut it back on.
And I think we're there.
Should be a little yellow light.
Yep.
All right, so there it is. We are back. We finally got the audio thing worked out. You know, a lot of things changed on the fly here at WTMH Live. We got a lot of things. We started out with an older system. We upgraded to a newer system. Then we scrapped that whole system and went to another new system. And then we changed that system. And then we went to a whole new set. And then we trapped that set. Then we went to another set. Then we went to another state. We just do things constantly on the grind here. And, you know, so if you are a fan of the show, just keep on watching us and keep on progressing with us. And, you know, we're going to deliver to you like no one else does. So with that being said, my man Hakeem is back in the chair, on the couch, you know, however you want to look at it. So let's do the thing. Let's talk about music, my man.
Yes, sir.
So I know you got some more projects coming up. Okay. So why don't you go ahead and tell us about the projects that are going on and everything else?
Okay, so Second Coming just came out. Mm-hmm. Second Coming is on major platforms now. I started out as a SoundCloud rapper like everybody else, putting things up, posting things, you know, check me out here. CDs, you know, the whole nine. But I've recently tried to upgrade myself a little bit. So Spotify, check me out on Apple Music, whatever it is you need, Tidal, I'm there now.
Right.
So Second Coming was a big deal. It's a very dynamic project. It really focuses and centers on my pain.
Okay.
A lot of things that I felt, a lot of things that I've been through. But I like to turn my pain into enjoyment. Like I said before, it's something I like to do. So there's a lot of talk of death. There's a lot of talk of swag. There's talk of women. There's talk of money. But none of those things are spoken on in a way that you've heard before.
Exactly.
I could put it that way. And Second Coming does have that play on religion in the title, whereas I had two projects before Second Coming came out, Red October and Changes for Better. Both are on SoundCloud now. Both tapes were a big deal for me. Both were a big pedestal, big catalyst in my career. Mm-hmm. But Second Coming was that return from the dead that,
right.
Okay, I get how to do this now. Now I know how to run with you. Now I know how to make these tricks happen and make people really enjoy what they're hearing. And it goes from the whole like, yeah, it's really good to how'd you do that?
Exactly.
You know? So I tried to title it appropriately for the way that I wanted to approach it on my new one. Because this is a very, very honorable time for me to be on this show with you. Truly is. I will release that I'm already working toward my next project. 2019, I should be coming out with a project called Intangible.
Okay.
We know what the word means.
Exactly.
Untouchable. Something you see, you can understand, maybe you can hear, but you can't physically touch.
Exactly.
And that's how I consider my bars. That's how I consider my flow. That's how I consider everything I built around myself as an artist. You can't touch me.
Exactly.
Period.
Man, I like that. I like that philosophy. I like that idea behind not just the titles, but how you interpret that into, the way of thinking that you have. A lot of artists get into the point where, They name something because it sounds good, or they try to dress a certain way because that's what they expected. But a lot of artists nowadays, and a lot of people that are listening to the artist music, they want that real, that tangible. Even though you can't see it, but it's there. It is. Even though you can't touch it, you can feel it. So I really like that. I really like that analogy and how you brought it all together.
Thank you.
So my next question would be about your name. Once again, a lot of artists and rappers and R&B singers and so forth and so on, they have a stage name. So is Hakeem Valentine your stage name, or is it your real name?
That's my real name. That's the mother. Wow, the name my mother blessed me with. Um, Keem is my stage name. Now, Keem is spelled with 2 3s, so
Okay.
it's K33M.
Oh, that's different.
Thank you. I'm very much into I love designs. Tattoos are a big thing for me.
Right.
I love designage. That's not a word, but hey, whatever. You know what I mean.
Right.
I love artistry. I love painting. I love this banner just because it was created by somebody.
Exactly.
And it's meant to be looked at. So it was really kind of like a real easy transition because I was already into it.
Exactly.
So yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I like that you apply the artistry to your whole persona, and that shows that you are very creative in your process. And I like people that are creative. I don't like artists that just do it just to be doing it. I like somebody that is very creative, very thought driven, and want to give out a product that is worthy of what they are.
Because I try to keep it as home grown as possible. For instance, the purpose of the threes, I love, like I said, hieroglyphic text. I love real big into my research into Africa, real big into where we came from as a people, not as a human race. We're all one as a human race. Just as people of color, I do like to see where we came from.
Exactly.
And the threes really with the K and the M, Hakeem being an African name, I do have Nigerian descent.
Okay.
My mother. It was just really cool to see, see it on a piece of paper like K33, like it's me, And even when I branded myself, I am an ASCAP artist. When I branded myself, there aren't many of me. There are not many of me at all. So it was a really great opportunity to really find an idea that, is original and I can use it. I can actually use it. And it's simple. It's very simple.
That's what's up.
Easy for people to follow.
I like that. Simple, easy to follow. That is key. Because if you overcomplicate it and you overpush it, then a lot of people won't pick up on it and they won't know what to do with it. So if you keep it simple and you keep it, easy, like I like this old school coming out of me, easy peasy, then then it can happen. So that's what's up. Yeah. Now let's jump into some scenarios. Let's talk about. I'm gonna throw a scenario out like this.
Okay.
If you had to do a track with an independent artist, someone that is coming up on the scene, which is like yourself, and you had to do a track with somebody that's already established in the industry, mainstream, who would they be and why?
Mainstream J. Cole. That's easy. That's so easy because I just feel like his style and my style are similar.
Exactly.
This is not a claim to fame, but people sometimes tell me I sound like him.
Okay.
Not a claim to fame. Completely humbled by the fact. I love the whole Dreamville organization as a whole. Nice. It's beautiful. I like Boz's music. Like everything that they've even though they I want to see more push for their individual artists besides Cole and Boz because they're the two main ones I'd say. I still love what they have going. It's a family. You could tell it's a brotherhood. They're not worried about the dumb stuff. They're just making a little bit of money together and loving doing it.
Exactly.
Now independent, there's someone named Rolling Stone P. I do believe he is independent. Yo, shout out Rolling P. Contact me if you see this somehow. He lives in New Jersey. I know he stay in New Jersey because I Googled him.
Right.
Rolling Stone P, he got a song called Little Do They Know. I don't know if I do not believe he's signed. When I looked him up, I don't think he's signed. I hope not. But I know he's local. He's not mainstream.
Exactly.
He's not big, and that's the point.
Okay.
I would love to do a song with him. The flow, the voice, it's flawless. Everything about it is like I can hear the anger. Because that's a lot of me. Like I hear the anger that he's learned to control.
Exactly.
And put it into something positive. I would love to work with Rolling Stone P.
Man, that's what's up. J. Cole and Rolling Stone P.
Yeah.
So, interesting combination. I definitely feel the whole J. Cole. I mean, he is that artist that came on the scene and flipped it, changed the game. And, you know, everybody that wasn't on his dick, they are now.
I remember Simba. I remember the day I heard Simba, grown Simba, young Simba, the warm-up itself. I can go even more classic than that. He had a Knock on Wood freestyle. I'm a real Cole fan.
Right.
I'm a real Cole. Knock on Wood freestyle. I feel like 40% of people haven't even heard that song.
Nah, I don't think I've heard it. And I've heard just about everything.
I'm going to give you that. I'm going to make sure I give you that.
Okay.
I'm going to give you that.
Interesting. So let's keep it on the music tip. Now, I know you've been on this journey. I know you're trying to make it, larger than charge. If you had the choice to stay independent or sign with a main label, what would it be?
I would stay independent, and I actually have a third option.
Oh, tell us.
I'm a part of Reign Supreme Records, but I'm not signed on paper. Though it is an official organization.
Right.
I've built such a great relationship with the people who have created it. They've become like my brothers. We're a family. That's why I love Dreamville's thing so much. Reign Supreme Records is a family. We've worked so hard together. So much blood, so much sweat, so much tears, so much personal lives interexchanging. Whether it's sending each other money, sending each other whatever we got to do to get it done. Whether it's we have actually, I'm the only one that's just learned how to start mixing. I'm the only one.
Right.
Everyone else has pretty great mixing talent. So whether it's one of us getting like 3 tracks from each of the other ones and mastering each one, breaking it down, because we're very independent. We're not running to who say, he say, she say to get things done, to get shit done. We're just getting it done. And it's truly a beautiful thing that we got going on. So I would not sign and I wouldn't stay individual. I'm just keeping what I got. This signed yet unsigned. Like now that day could come if we do everything right, and I could do the official contract. But there's no point because that's where the loyalty is. I don't need paper. And that goes for women. I don't need paper. I don't need paper. I don't need money. I don't need I like a fat ass, but I don't need a fat ass.
We like it, but we don't need
it to be loyal to you. I don't need it. I haven't signed a piece of paper, but I put so much money into this group. You know what I'm saying? I don't need it because I know that we're all got the same goal.
Exactly.
And that we all show each other love. We all watch each other eat because we all watch the greats that are now that were before us, whether it's good music, whether it's Dreamville, whether it's Gucci Mane's new label. He's doing pretty well for himself. He shut one down and picked up another label.
Ooh, Right.
So it's just about knowing who's in your camp. It's not always about contracts. That's honestly why there's so much rap beef, because one person tries to do something, maybe the generous caring of their heart, they won't sign you and they'll loan you money, but it's not on paper, so they can't sue you. You see what I'm saying?
True.
But you fuck that person over, you do whatever it is that you do, you don't pay it back, whatever it is. That's when war starts. That's when people get really offended because you're putting so much of yourself into this person, truly investing in a soul. And maybe that's where that term comes from, because that's truly what we're doing. We're selling your soul. People don't realize is a metaphor.
Right.
It's a metaphor. It just means that I'm exploiting myself and everything that I've been through for your entertainment.
Exactly.
That's selling your soul. So the cash, it really can turn you into something that you're not. So that's why I want to. It's anyone rapping now. If you are lucky enough and blessed enough, like I was, because I was blessed. It's rare to meet people that you can do this kind of stuff with.
True.
If you have that, keep that. You may not make the most money out of y'all, but you'll be rich.
That's true.
I guarantee you'll be rich.
That is true.
We can look at TDE, Kendrick Lamar, and them. Kendrick may make the most money, but it's not that big of a difference. They're all
Right.
getting their
Everybody's
millions.
eating.
Everybody's eating.
And that's the key. You gotta let everybody at the table. There's so much room in this industry, and that's what I understand. A lot of artists cut their throats because they don't understand that there's so much money, there's so much power, and there's so much fame to be given and passed around that you don't have to, hog your plate, and you can let everybody eat. That's a good lesson.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good lesson.
Yeah.
So tell me what you got coming up in the works. Projects. I know we talked about the upcoming album
Yeah.
and next year, but what are your dreams and aspirations beyond, and also what you got coming up?
Okay. Beyond, like I said, I want to be a skit writer. I want to use rap as a trampoline to elevate myself into a lot of things that I also loved, along with the entertainment.
Right.
I love video games so much. Like, people will not. I don't look like the nerd type.
Right.
Halo. We could take it back to the NES.
Okay.
Sega Dreamcast. We could take it further back than that. My mother had me on Nintendo 64.
Right.
My father had bought me an Xbox. Got me Xbox Live when it first came out. I love games. I would love to open a game designing company.
Nice.
I would love, because I know that that's $1 billion market.
All
It's
day
never
long.
changing.
All day.
Video games are never going to change.
No.
There's some things in this world that won't change till the world ends.
No.
Money wise.
You're right.
There's some things in this world. Video games are one of them. People will never be sick of that.
Exactly.
So I really want to get into that market before it's one of those hugely expensive markets like cars, like clothes. That's expensive because people got into it already when it was hot. So now there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of investors. Stock is $500 pop.
Exactly.
But if you catch your money where it matters, which is what I'm trying to do with my music money, catch my money in other avenues where it matters while it's low. I'm 40. I'm not doing nothing.
Right.
I'm 45. I'm on a yacht. I'm watching my money build on my phone.
Exactly.
No, and I feel like that's the attitude that a lot of people my age don't have. People are shocked I'm 24. They either think I'm really young or I'm really old.
Right.
It's one or the other. And it's like, no, I'm right in the middle. I'll be 25 October 18th, 1993. That's the day I was born. But yeah, 2018, October 18th, I'll be 25. So I'm really just trying to put myself in a position where I can be all I can be, nigga. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. Man.
That's what's up, man. So go ahead.
Oh wait, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Projects coming up.
Yes.
So I'm in single mode. I'm in single song mode.
Okay.
I put the tape out. So I like to give things segments. I like to give things like quarters, if you will. That's how I try to look at it. When you work at a job, it's quarterly. No matter what job you're at, they're in this quarter, that quarter, whatever. That's how I kind of try to look at music. So I dropped the tape. Now it's time to put out just that little surprise. Here you go. Here's a little 2-minute, 30-second, 3-minute little have fun.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I may not even put it back on. I may not even put that on iTunes. I may just buy it out and just put it out. So it'll still be a download on iTunes and Spotify and whatnot. But see, I'm the type, I don't care if people pay for it initially because I know I have a lot to prove.
Okay.
I know that I have a lot of love to earn. And that's another thing rappers don't understand. You have to earn that, man.
It's true.
You have to earn that.
That is true.
And that's why you have to respect Lil Uzi and the rappers who are kind of ridiculed because of their style, because of their dress, whatever.
Right.
You got to respect that they earn that.
That is true.
There are millions of people. If Lil Uzi was walking in Columbus right now, do you understand the massive amount of people that would go find him?
Exactly.
You just got to think of it that way. Just make it a small situation. If J. Cole walked up, the massive amounts of people that would go to Easton Mall and flood it. He's just there. He's not even performing. He's just there. He earned that. That's what I want to do. I want to earn y'all's love. I want to earn what it takes for y'all to say y'all love me, for y'all to say y'all love this music, this art. Because it's like, how can you want to force someone to pay attention to you? They have their own life.
Right.
Like, come on, man. You really got to be something for them to stop what they're doing. Like I do. When my favorite artists come out, I stop everything I'm doing.
Exactly.
Like, he dropped. Where's my phone? You know?
Right.
So that's what I want. Like, that's what these singles are for, so that people can see, like, damn, he's just rapping. He can rap. He does it right. It's always different, and he's just giving us shit so we can keep loving him.
Right.
I'm feeding y'all. I'm gonna feed y'all. Like,
exactly.
You know.
I love it. I love the way you just put that, because a lot of people don't even think like that. You know, everybody comes in with the give me attitude. And a lot of people don't understand you have to earn it. You have to earn the fortune, you have to fame, and then you have to earn the
That's
respect.
why most of these niggas ain't getting no pussy.
Ah! Yeah, that's a whole other conversation. That's
My
what's
mom gonna
up.
kill me.
All right, so hey, sometimes you got to keep it real.
Always.
That's what's up. Check it out. We're going to go to commercial break. And when we come back, my man, Hakeem Valentine, is going to be on the stage and he's going to be dropping the 93 Legend track. Man, I've heard it. It's hot and you're going to love it. So check it out. Stay with us. We'll be back in 3. WTMH Live, up close and personal. Let's go.
Word.
Tired of listening to the same old radio station? Has mainstream radio let you down? Looking for more variety in your listening experience? Then look no further. Your search stops here. You've just tuned in to the hottest station on the web, WTMHradio.com. No other station can give you what you want, how you want it, with state-of-the-art studios and green screen rooms. WTMH Radio is the clear-cut choice. So don't wait another second. Tune in now and listen. Your number one choice. WTMHradio.com and WTMHgospelradio.com.
Cast.
Yeah.
What it is, what it do, it's your boy DJ NonStop. We are back for the premiere performance here on Up Close and Personal with DJ NonStop. Man, this brother, he was on the couch. He gave a superb interview. I mean, I was throwing the questions. He was banging them right back. Man, that's the type of interviews I love. But without any further ado, it is my man, Hakeem Valentine with the 93 Legend here on Up Close and Personal. Let's go.
Yeah. Facts, nigga. Let me tell you about a legend, started back in 93. Mama told me in the womb, boy, be all you can be. I don't worry about a nigga, I don't worry about a fee. Tell a book every hater, boy, we all trying to compete. Ayy, I'll show you how to be all you can be, nigga. I'll show you what it takes to earn your keep, nigga. Hold it down, slow it down, let me see it. Domination at the game, I'll go repeat it, yeah. Ran around them lazy niggas like I'm Usain. Before you speak to me, you better learn my whole name. Praise to the high, ironic that I throw flame. Gifted in the heart, I pray I never cold pain. If the money ain't the motive, what you eating in? If success ain't on your diet, why you sleeping in? I've been on the move, diving in the deepest in. Whoa, to the church and the choir and the deacon's kids. Prolific when I fucking pull up, that's when all the judges stood up. I just rock it with my hood up, I just think it that medulla. I ain't never been a shooter, but my aim is steady Luna. Yeah, make a motherfucker hate me. All these rappers need some vision, they ain't HD. I just showcase my perspective like a painting. In the dark with the wolves and the monsters. My enemies will never see me fall or conquered. I see the light, yes, God giving me options. As a kid, I was treated just like a Martian. What? As a king, I'll be treated just like your father. Better than King Arthur, Prince Scheme, and the Slaughter. This is the angel's war. I finish them like I'm Scorpion. Breaking down all the pictures, rebuilding my whole story. Do it all for the glory. Claiming my territory. Cooking the laboratory. Henny is mandatory. Yeah. I've been blessing all my people like a sneeze, nigga. This is for my brothers fighting overseas, nigga. This is for my people living out their dreams, nigga. This is for my people plotting my defeat, nigga. I'll show you how to be all you can be, nigga. I'll show you what it takes to earn your keep, nigga. Hold it down, slow it down, let me see it. Domination of the game, I'll go repeat it, yeah. I'll go repeat it, yeah. I'll go repeat it, yeah. Pull up and pop, tell her, pull up and pop. Pull up and pop, tell her, pull up and pop. Hey.
Yeah. Ha. Hey. Yeah. Woo. My man, Hakeem Valentine with the 93 Legend. Man, that was jumping off the chain. That track was hot. It gave me goosebumps. That's all I can say on that track right there is it gave me goosebumps. So real quick, for the people out there, what was the inspiration for this track?
A lot of like what my mom told me, for real. Like that's all I say, you know, mama told me in the womb, be all you can be. She kept it in my head like you're somebody. Right. I struggled with feeling like I was somebody growing up.
That's what's up.
So
that's deep.
I built that. Yeah, that's me. I'm the 93 Legend. So.
The 93 Legend right here on Up Close and Personal with DJ NonStop.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead and tell the crowd and everybody that's out here watching and listening exactly where they can find you at, find your music at.
All right, so it's easy. It's finally easy. So you can find me on Spotify, YouTube Music. You can find me on Apple Music, iTunes. I'm on Google Play. I'm on Shazam. I'm on Tidal. I'm on anything that you want to find me on. I'm even on SoundCloud still. I still show love to them.
SoundCloud.
You know what I'm saying? That's where we started. You can find it anywhere. So K33M. The album is called Second Coming. My Twitter is 18Keem 18 K33M. My Instagram is the same, 18K33M. Simple. Ride with me, rock with me. Reign Supreme accepts all types of fans. We love y'all. We love the fact that y'all want to rock with us. We want to give you entertainment. It's time the rap game got something new. You know, people like this man here that make it possible. We trying to do our thing, man. Find me. I love y'all. I appreciate the opportunity.
That's what's up. You heard it, my man, Hakeem Legend, breaking it down for you. Valentine, Hakeem Valentine. You know, I'm ready to get that second coming of the track pulled. But yeah, he gave you all that good information, and check it out. We're gonna definitely invite you back so that you can bless us with the next single off the next coming album.
Okay.
You know, you are always welcome here at Up Close and Personal.
Yes, sir.
So we gonna give you the microphone back. Why don't you go ahead, hit that 93 Legend one more time and take us out.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Hakeem, 93 Legend, let's go.
Yeah.
What it is, what it do, it's your boy DJ NonStop. Coming to you live, Up Close and Personal. Hakeem, the 93 Legend, let's go.
Let me tell you about a legend, started back in 93. Mama told me in the womb, boy, be all you can be. I don't worry about a nigga, I don't worry about a fee. Tell a buck every hater, boy, we all trying to compete. Hey, I'll show you how to be all you can be, nigga. I'll show you what it takes to earn your keep, nigga. Hold it down, slow it down, let me see it. Domination of the game, I'll go repeat it, yeah. Ran around these lazy niggas like I'm Usain. Before you speak to me, you better learn my whole name. Praise to the high, ironic that I throw flame. Gifted in the art, I pray I never Cobain. If the money ain't the motive, what you eating it? If success ain't on your diet, why you sleeping in? I've been on the move, diving in the deepest end world. To the church and the choir and the deacons get prolific when I fucking pull up. That's when all the judges stood up. I just rock it with my hood up. I just think it that medulla. I ain't never been a shooter, but my aim is steady lunar. Yeah, yeah, make a motherfucker hate me. All these rappers need some vision, they ain't HD. I just showcase my perspective like a painting. In the dark with the wolves and the monsters. My enemies will never see me fall or conquered. I see the light, yes, God giving me options. As a kid, I was treated just like a Martian. Hey, as a king, I'll be treated just like your father. Better than King Arthur, Prince King, and the starter. This is the Angels war and finish them like I'm Scorpion. Breaking down all the bitches, rebuilding my whole story. Do it all for the glory. Claiming my territory, cooking the laboratory. Henny is mandatory, yeah. I've been blessing all my people like a sneeze, nigga. This is for my brothers fighting overseas, nigga. This is for my people living out their dreams, nigga. This is for my people plotting my defeat, nigga. I show you how to be all you can be, nigga. I show you what it takes to earn your keep, nigga. Hold it down, slow it down, let me see it. Yeah, yeah. Domination of the game, I go repeat it, hey. I go repeat it, hey. I go repeat it, hey.